burning money. Not! Actually, we're going to be doing an experiment that looks like we're burning money. But our dad's going to help us because we aren't allowed to play with fire. First rule. Always ask your parents for money. Dad, can I have some money?
Well, what is this for, Eleanor?
Nothing.
All right. You've been burning my money since you've been born, so here's a crisp $2 bill.
$2 bill. Okay. So, first...
Let's talk about some of the safety items that we have. Because we are playing with fire, we want to be safe kids and a safe family.
And don't get burned on your finger.
Right. So our top number one safety item is what, Eleanor? What are you wearing on your face?
We have safety goggles and a lab coat. And then we have a fire extinguisher and some Band-Aids for Meg. Always have your parents' supervision.
Yes, and since Dad's here helping them today, they do have my supervision. All right. What are some of the ingredients that it's going to take to make this money burn, but not really?
So, we have some rubbing alcohol, and you need at least 70%. And then we have some water and some salts to make, the salt helps it be more visible, the fire be more visible.
Right. So we're doing 1 to 3 parts. So look at this, 1 to 3 parts. So what does that mean? We have 1 part water to 3 parts rubbing alcohol. Okay, so 1 part water. And then we'll do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to pour it inside this dish right here. That's right here in front of Eleanor. Okay, so Eleanor, why don't you go ahead and have some of your assistants and guests that are on your show help you today.
Meg, do you want to help me pour some of this?
Yeah. Oops. Some fell out of it. A lot fell out of it.
Okay, so we spilled some, so we're going to put a little more in.
And we really hope that spilling this rubbing alcohol on the tablecloth doesn't light the whole house on fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, Maya, can you pour some water into this pan?
What am I going to do?
Now, Ivy, can you pour some salt in? Dad, can you help us?
Sure.
I want to do it.
And then
pour
Ivy will pour it into the bowl. And then I will carefully put the $2 bill in, and then I will carefully take it out, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, it's all right. A little bit of mess never hurt anyone when you're doing science.
Nope. Okay.
Do we have to stir it at all?
So, let's stir it with one of these, and we'll just stir it all up really good so that
I like my safety goggles. They're like shades by night, safety goggles by
we
day.
have to stir this really good so it will work.
What's that my fire theme?
Okay, so now we'll put the money in.
Uh-oh.
no.
Yeah, it's going to burn. Yeah.
So, we have to let it soak for 5 minutes, but we got some rubbing alcohol on our hands, and that is very bad. So we're going to go wash our hands, because you always need to wash your hands, or your hands will light on fire. Okay.
Let's go wash our hands. All right, we are back.
And our hands are completely clean.
Hands are washed, and sure enough, I'm using a Band-Aid here. We always have Band-Aids on hand because someone's getting an owie. Meg's got one on her pinky. So we're using one of these awesome Anna and Elsa.
Oh no! Thomas Jefferson! Poor Tommy!
So speaking of Thomas Jefferson, this is the $2 bill. This is a different one. The one is actually still soaking. I'm going to go up here and show you a little bit closer. Look at these awesome people on the back of this. So, who are these people?
Benjamin Franklin,
They are what we call our founding fathers. And you know what's something cool about these guys? Do you guys know about them?
What?
Our founding fathers were brave people. And
Brave people.
yes, super brave.
Super brave.
Super brave.
Super brave.
Super
And
brave.
they signed the Declaration of Independence declaring the United States of America a free country from England. So
$1
they're
bill.
very brave people, and we're grateful for them and everything they've done so we can have a free country and freedom to be able to do this experiment in this opportunity. So with that being said, we've got to be waiting for 5 minutes, like FiveFunSisters, 5 minutes. We have to wait for this guy, Mr. Jefferson, to soak in
Mr.
this
Tommy.
solution that we've got created. So with that being said, what can we talk about? What should we do?
We should talk
We should let out the fire. No.
about money.
Money. We're burning money. So what do you want to talk about money?
Money is special, and I love money because
One-
we can spend
We have
on
a
toys.
cool magic trick my dad's gonna show us.
Well,
And it's a $1 trick.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a $1 bill, and it's a pretty awesome.
Okay, all right. So luckily for me, I've got a $1 bill here.
Upside down.
So here's the trick. Here's what we're gonna do. So this is a pretty cool story about this guy named George Washington. Well, back in the long time ago, super long time ago, this dude was walking around at his house. And when he was at his house, Martha was getting ready to go take a bath.
Yeah.
And she told Mr. George, she said, "George, no peeking." So George promised not to peek. So what did he do? So George said, "Okay, Martha, no peeking." And she said, "George, you're still peeking." She could see his eye. He's like, "All right, Martha, I promise I won't peek." The problem was he was still peeking. And she said, "George, stop peeking." And George said, "Okay, Martha, I'm going to go sit in the recliner. I'm not peeking." But guess what? George was still peeking. Do you see that?
So,
So,
ever wondered
that's the
why
$1.
the eyeball is on top of the pyramid? That's the trick.
why. On top. I like these safety glasses. They're keeping it shady. All right, guys.
Money
Has it been about time yet?
Yep.
It hasn't been 5 minutes.
So
Yes.
let's take this out.
I'm not going to be able to burn it. I'm afraid of, oh no, watch
All right. What we want to do next is, as Eleanor takes it out, want to kind of shake it, get all of that kind of rubbing alcohol and everything that's on it.
Darn it.
Kind of want to take it off of it. So she's going to pinch it between her tongs like she's doing. And then the other thing she's going to do, she's going to tip her tongs a little bit because sometimes there's some of that liquid. It'll get stuck inside that little tong hole. And we definitely don't want that. We don't want a little pile of this stuff sitting in there. So she'll kind of keep shaking that for a little bit longer. Don't let go of it. Okay? All right. I think it's time, guys, to make this money burn. But before we do that, we have to get rid of this stuff that can catch on fire. So Maya, will you please take this
It's still dripping.
and go put it away so we don't burn?
Dad,
I
We'll
don't
put it
want
in
to
the
burn on
kitchen.
my face, so
No, hold it on the sides.
do that.
Okay?
Elsa.
We'll walk around. Don't get that on. Okay, and Ivy, can you please go take this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm really
We're going to make this money burn.
This
take
baby's
it.
gonna burn.
This baby's gonna burn out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get this fire extinguisher ready just in case. We got Mom in the background. We got everyone already here. So we're gonna see if we can make this money burn. What happens?
Oh, ah.
Oh,
That's not good.
Burn this baby.
Daddy, it's dangerous to play with money.
If you touch it, it's not even hot. Why does that happen, Dad?
so the reason why, look, we even lit that on fire. You guys saw the flame. The reason why it's cool to the touch and it's not even hot at all. I mean, guys, go ahead and feel this. Is it cold or hot?
Oh, and it's even kind of dry.
It's really cold. So the reason why it's doing that is because alcohol will actually burn. So if we just did that 70% alcohol and put it in there and soaked it and we lit it, this whole thing would be gone by now. It would be burnt to the crisp. But it's because we put water in it. The water actually gets to the boiling temperature and it starts boiling up.
It's as good
And
as
then after
new.
that happens, it evaporates and it protects the entire bill. So if we didn't have the water, we wouldn't have this bill anymore. So luckily, the water saved our project, and this is a pretty cool experiment.
And it's good as new.
Wait, you could keep this so we could buy something still.
Yeah,
What
do you
should
want
we
to buy?
buy?
We need to go to the toy store.
All right. With that being said, this $2 will be going to the toy store. So I hope they take it.
Comment down below any other experiments you'd like us to test out in
Elle's experiment.
Wait, this is not done.
Don't forget
Don't forget
to
to like, subscribe,
Subscribe
and share.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.